Hello, good morning. How are you today? Well, I hope you are fine. Today we are starting the last section you have to deal with in this book. That is section 9b. And we continue practicing with working with passive voice. Remember that passive voice means changing the focus of the sentence. Yes, it is important to concentrate on the action, but sometimes it is not important to concentrate on who or which object does the action, right? The action, the agent or the doer of the action is not so important. In passive voice, the object, what comes after the verb, becomes the focus, comes at the beginning of the sentence. Last week, we dealt with present simple passive, past simple passive, present perfect passive, and present perfect passive, sorry. And today we deal with present continuous, past continuous, and will future passive. Let's have a look at the board. Present continuous passive, we use am, is, or, the verb to be, then being to show that it is continuous, and then the verb in the past participle. For example, they are decorating the new shop. Are decorating is the verb in the present continuous. The new shop is the object, right? So the new shop is being decorated. The new shop becomes the subject. Is, because it is singular, being, and the verb in the past participle. Look, decorating pasa, la ing se va al being. Yes, el verbo va siempre en pasado participio, right? Okay, let's have a look at past continuous passive. En vez de usar am y ahora usamos was aware, the verb to be in the past, being to show the continuous, and the verb in the past participle. For example, the children were collecting shells. Verb phrase, were collecting shells, the object. So the object comes the subject, the focus of the sentence. Shells, in the plural, were being collected, ing to ed, the verb in the past participle, by the children. Remember that if you want to say who does the action, the doer of the action, you have to add by, right? Then future simple passive, the auxiliary verb will or won't plus be plus the past participle. For example, the president will open 2 new schools here. Will open the verb, 2 new schools, the object. 2 new schools will be opened here. Will, be, and the past participle of opened. Yes? Remember that in passive voice, all the main verbs go with ed or the third column if it is irregular, that is the past participle. And then we use the correct form of the verb to be, according to the tense. Well, to revise this, you're going to work on page 81 from the student's book. You're going to do exercise number 3. Read about the day the film was shot in Regent Street. Change the sentences into the passive form. So you have to rewrite all the sentences into the passive. Remember that if it is negative, you have to use the verb to be in a negative. In this case, it will be won't. Yes? Then on page 105, lesson 9b, you've got a text here, a paragraph. Rewrite the paragraph using the passive. A few weeks ago, I read in the paper that they were auditioning teenage boys and girls for the next High School Musical film. Lo que van a cambiar es la frase que está en cursiva. El resto lo copian igual. Yes? And then from the workbook, you're going to work on pages 70 and 71. Phrases, yes, some phrases that we are going to work in the Zoom class, so wait for doing this. Passive voice, exercise 2, you have to complete the text. Exercise 3, complete the dialogues with the correct passive of the verse in brackets. Remember that it can be present continuous, past continuous, or will. And then exercise 4, use your English. Give opinions, agree and disagree is vocabulary that we are going to see in the Zoom class, right? Don't forget to read the novel A Paso for Logan for next Zoom class. Well, thank you for being there. See you next time. Bye-bye.